Hello everybody and welcome to Car Confections. So sitting beside us is our brand new 2025 Toyota Camry, and we've owned it for about 6 months at this point, and during that time frame we've learned quite a lot about it. So in this video what we're going to be doing is talking about our 5 things that we love
and 5 things that we don't love quite so much.
So what are those things? Let's go ahead and find out. Now, Drew and I are pretty positive people, so let's go ahead and start out with the things that we love about this Camry. So the first thing we love about this all-new 2025 Camry is the design. You can get really expressive color schemes and design choices with this new Camry, despite it being a pretty ordinary mid-size sedan. As you can see, we went for the sporty XSE trim level, and on this model, we have 19-inch alloy wheels, a two-tone roof, and one of the most expressive things that we opted for is the full red interior, which really looks quite cool. You can even get a new gray color as well this year. So really, regardless of what your design preference might be, there probably is an option for you in the Camry lineup.
But our first dislike is the interior technology. Now, this is a vast improvement over the previous generation. However, it does not work reliably for us in terms of the connection to our phones. So this is supposed to have wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but it rarely pairs automatically without having to manually go into the settings and turn it on each time you start up the vehicle, which is quite frustrating overall. Now, the second thing we love, though, is the fuel economy. What's not to love getting nearly 47 miles per gallon combined with this front-wheel drive model? Now, in our testing, we did get slightly a little less than that, but still very exceptional fuel economy, some of the best that you can get from any vehicle.
Now, the second thing we hate about this new Camry is that there's a few more squeaks and creaks than you might expect out of a Toyota. Now, keep in mind, this is one of the first units that they did produce of this new generation, but over here in the door trim, we've noticed that this has a really creaky noise to it if you press your arm on it. And also this centerpiece will also kind of buzz at certain speeds. Now, we haven't quite taken it to the dealership to get it fixed, but that will be coming soon. If you're new here, we're brothers, and we've been reviewing cars since we were 12
and 16. We may be young, but we love cars.
And we'd love for you to subscribe to be a part of our Car Confections family. Let's learn a lot, have some fun with all the latest cars. Now, despite that, the third thing that we love about this Camry XSE is there's quite a few luxury touches that you might not expect out of a Toyota Camry midsize sedan. One of those touches is that we have an automatic heated steering wheel. So if it's cold outside, it'll just go ahead and turn on, and you have that nice, pleasant, warm sensation on your hands. And other things that we like that's quite premium would be up here in the front. You'll see that we actually have projector LED headlights, and these are really good headlights. Now, do keep in mind you have to choose the upper end models to get these, but these are very solid, and you have full LED lighting even in the back as well.
Now let's get into the third thing we hate, and that is the lane centering assist feature. So when it comes to this Camry, unless you get the very top model, and I mean the very top model, you do not get a sensor on the steering wheel to monitor if you're paying attention. That means that the car has to verify if you're paying attention only by you adding steering input. So you'll be on a perfectly straight road and you constantly are pestered, turn the wheel, turn the wheel, turn the wheel every 10, 15 seconds, even though you're going on a straight road. A lot of the rivals, especially like Hyundai and Kia, which is what we previously owned, do this a lot better.
Now, the fourth thing we love about this Camry is how practical it is. It's a mid-size sedan, and even for someone who's 5'9", you can comfortably fit 3 adults here in the back seat. And not only that, the cargo space is also really quite impressive. So when you pop that open, you'll notice that there's tons of room in here. We're frequently going to the airport to get you all the latest car reviews, and it fits all of our luggage, no problems whatsoever. Now, the fourth thing we hate about this Camry is that it has a digital gauge cluster, but it's really hard to use. Here, go ahead and watch a clip of us trying to figure out just how to change the design. And keep in mind, we're car reviewers. We do this all the time.
Just go inside.
But how do I change the overall design of it?
That's where you do the arrows side to side. So right now you're in adaptive cruise mode, so do an arrow to the right.
No, I know.
No,
what you're
like
talking about.
you can
I
change
changed
the whole
gauges
theme
to a different design, and I don't even remember how I did it. Scroll back to the middle. Go back. Are you sure you can't get to another setting when you go to the settings? That's safety settings. See if you can get to others.
Meter settings.
There it is.
Oh, okay, I see it. Click it.
On that. No, hold. That says hold.
Oh, jeez.
Now,
meter style.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, I already changed it.
Smart.
When we first bought it, it was that one. And now let's talk about the last thing that we love, and that is the way this vehicle drives. In addition to the hybrid system giving you great fuel economy, it has a lot more power than the previous generation, and Toyota also really emphasized how this vehicle handles. The body roll is much better than any Camry before, the steering is a lot better, and overall it actually has a surprisingly agile and sporty feel behind the wheel. What they have also done is really just given this more of a dynamic edge than any Camry before. So you'll notice kind of when you throw it through a corner, we stayed really a lot flatter than any Camry before it. That was quite nice. The body roll is minimized. We also have good steering. It's of course going to be relatively light, but it actually has a decent amount of heft and it's very responsive. So you'll see if you go just slightly off center, you get this immediate effect, which gives the feel of a very agile vehicle that's easy to maneuver around corners. All this is come courtesy of the fact that SE and XSE do have a little bit different of a suspension tuning versus the LE and XLE. So you have things like a stabilizer bar just to make things a little bit more buttoned down. And then I'm also going to round us out with our last hate as well, and that is the seats. We already said we like that they're red, but the seats themselves are actually pretty firm. We have noticed that when we're on longer trips, after you sit in them for a while, it does start to kind of hurt your back and your legs because there feels like there's a little knot kind of in the back part.
And guys, that rounds us off on the 5 things that we love and the 5 things that we don't love so much and maybe hate a little bit. Now, if you're looking to buy a Toyota Camry, we do want to remind you to go to carconfections.com/newcarquotes. Now, the reason you do that is because we have a tool on our website that will connect you with local car dealers in your area to get you the best price. It's also going to give you access to invoice pricing information, which is a great tool for dealership negotiation. If you'd like to take advantage of that, a link is provided in our video description, and we also have a pinned comment at the top of this video. And if you're new around here and didn't already know that we own this 2025 Camry, do yourself a favor and subscribe down below. By subscribing, you're going to get all the latest Camry content. We, of course, own this vehicle. This is our long-term tester. We've already made tons of Camry videos, and we will continue doing so. So I promise you won't want to miss out. If you're already a part of our family, thank you so much for your continued support, and we'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.